it's at, folks. The college tournament ends here tonight. For one team, the joy of a lifetime will be achieved. And there's no doubt going to be some incredible action all along the way. Kevin Harlan here along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. We'll see the Wisconsin Badgers taking on the Kansas Jayhawks.
Kevin, this is the night where we are going to see some intense basketball. High energy, lay it all out on the line for college hoops. Everything these young players have worked towards their entire life comes down to this exact moment.
And you can bet, Clark, that each and every player here tonight feels the importance of this game like no other in their lives, really. A big key in coming through in a big game like this is how well you can compose yourself. How do you handle the pressure of the big stage? We'll find out soon enough which of these teams has the ability to harness all of that raw energy and focus on getting the job done.
And Wisconsin looking at who they've got. We've got Kaminsky. Hawkins is out there with Hill. Then it's Decker, and it's Evans in at the 4. Gains the pass to Freak. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Freak's got the first points of the night for the Jayhawks.
And with any championship game, you know that every player is going to have their heart racing for the first few minutes. That's just natural. That's adrenaline. They'll need to remain calm, though, and let the game come to them and kind of ease into it.
And one guy, guys, I'll keep an eye on in this one is Freak. He is the consummate leader for his team. He can come out strong and play his game while keeping his intensity level up. It'll be just what they need to claim the title.
The shot by Hawkins, no good.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the deep. And not many people know this, but the Badgers do have one college title in their trophy case. Won the tournament back in 1941. A different time back then, but a title nevertheless.
Here's Decker. Off on the layup.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
And that one goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Evans. Jayhawks leading by 6.
And as we see Freak and his team go for the title here, he is trying to repeat what he did just a year ago. He was able to lead his high school to the PSAL championship.
Well, Greg, he was a 4-time All-American selection in high school and a unanimous one at that. He's won state titles before, but this is a different animal than high school.
Freak in at point guard, and it's Terry in at the 4 spot. Duncan against Hill. Kicks to Decker. And the pass to Hawkins. And stolen by Freak. And Wisconsin looking at who they've got. Hawkins is out there with Hill. Then it's Decker. Then it's Kaminsky. And it's Evans in at the power forward position.
A really good rebound in traffic. That's what the big fella's there for.
Outside Hill. Evans, a screen on Duncan. There's a screen. Hill kicks to Kaminsky. Pass to Decker. Puts it up from 17. Rebounded by the Jayhawks.
You know, one of the big questions on everybody's mind in this game is whether or not Freak will stay on for another year or go pro. I mean, usually a player with his upside would be a lock to be a one and done, but he's giving serious thought to staying.
And Freak is a guy who clearly values the scholastic aspect of collegiate sports, so it makes sense for him to think about staying beyond this season. Still, with Freak's draft stock rising, this could be his final game as a collegiate player.
Hill against Duncan. Outside Hill. Kaminsky sets the pick for Hill to the right side. And the wide open shot from Decker. No good on the triple.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
especially, Greg, when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead.
And what a journey it has been, really, for this whole team to make it to the college championship, especially for Freak. A few bumps in the road for him, but what a story.
Greg, you get the feeling that it's only the beginning. I mean, the way he plays and the accolades he has, I mean, you can see him having a long and productive career at the pro level.
Freak. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Wisconsin trails by 8. Outside Hill. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Pass to Evans. Goes back up. It's deflected. And here we go. The Jayhawks with a fast break. No good from Duncan. Here's Kaminsky. Drains the jumper to finish the break. Kaminsky's got his second basket of the night.
I like the recognition of the mismatch. They're immediate.
And so we conclude the first half. Kansas leads by 6. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the... And welcome back. We're just about ready to get going with the second half of a historical championship game. For those just tuning in, this is Kevin Harlan, pleased to be alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony as we get set to watch how the college basketball season will end.
You know what, guys? That was the start that Freak and his team wanted in the first half. I mean, they didn't run away with the game, but they're in a really good spot to capture the title.
These first 5 minutes in the second half are going to be huge. They know their opponent is going to come out strong and try to even things up. But if they can keep their cool, they'll be on their way, I think, to the title.
Freak, he's in at the point. Also Duncan out there. And it's Oubre in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Badgers, we've got Hawkins. He's out there with Hill. Kaminsky out there with Decker. And it's Evans in at the 4-man position. Jayhawks leading by 7.
And guys, one big story that we have in this championship game is that a guy like Freak could boost his draft stock quite a bit. A win here could catapult him up the big boards of a lot of teams.
And you know, while it's just one game, scouts will get a chance to see how he plays on the big stage. Knowing the player is at his best when the lights are brightest is a big plus in GM's books.
And what a beautiful way to polish off that sequence. Just strong at attacking the rim.
That just puts a little more momentum on their side, don't you think?
Absolutely.
The defense got to tighten up now. I mean, you can't have the opposing point guard throwing down on you like that.
Good little two-man action there, but they just can't get...
Oh, no. Bad time to slip up there, Kevin. They got to stay focused.
And taking a technical there is the last thing you want to do. The opposite of smart basketball.
And the Badgers with possession here. They trail by 1. Freak, he's in at point guard. And it's Boss in at the center, filling out the middle. Off the inbound. And right on target. Good. Here's Freak.
This game's still very much up in the air. I mean, this is where you start to separate the men from the boys and where heroes are born.
And one team looking to ice the win, the other hoping to force OT. I think right now you lean on your stars and get the ball to Freak every chance you get to try and come away here with the title.
And it's Peyton, that time on the assist by Decker. And Wisconsin leads by 3.
And really just led him to his sweet spot for that finish.
It's rebounded by Peyton.
I like his tenacity getting to the basket there, even though the dunk rattled out. 99 times out of 100, you'll get the dunk or the foul.
And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Badgers.
Well, it's been an outstanding game for them in the open court. Their fast break points really stand out.
Yeah, and also the way they've been able to generate points off of the turnovers that they forced tonight has also helped.
And the Jayhawks making a change here. Duncan's checked in. Evans, he's checked in for Wisconsin. Hill comes in for Peyton. Now here's Freak. He's tightly guarded to stop the run. The Badgers pull it in.
That's an unusual, surprising miss for him. Typically, He's good on those inside.
Duncan against Conley. Passes to Hill. Evans at the elbow. 1:41 left to play here in the second half. For three, Hill. And again, it's the Badgers missing. Kansas trails by 5. Here's Freak. Decker with the rebound. Decker's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Conley kicks to Decker. Terry grabs the board. And the Jayhawks with possession. Looking to get on the board here in the fourth still. And that one's good. Freak. 1:12 left here in the second half of the game. The Badgers making a switch here. Hawkins is checked in. Decker dishes to Evans. To the middle. And Wade slams it in.
Man, he slams it home and gets a little camera time on the backside of it.
He spent a while up there on the rim.
And I like the fact that the ref's going to give him a little bit of leeway there and a lot more than they used to. And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
And that's Evans penetrating. The shot is off. Nice D from Freak. This could be a turning point.
Critical possession right here.
Buries it. And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
Oh, that's the shot of the game.
Well, he was fearless enough to get it up and down, and it paid off for him.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Evans attacking. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give him a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
Kaminsky is checked in for Wisconsin.
Still a chance here, but they need to score.
I really agree, but it has to happen on every possession. They need points every trip.
And that'll be Kansas's ball as it goes out of bounds. The Jayhawks able to keep the ball here. Here's Freak. It falls. A tremendous 3 to tie it up.
Clearly, a defensive breakdown there, guys. They didn't play him close enough on the inbound and then gave up the triple.
Tipped away. And so it looks like the Badgers will retain possession. We've got 13 seconds left here in the second half of the game. And here is Hill. They set the pick. Back to Evans. No good from three-point territory. Regulation is ended and we're heading to overtime. And what a thrilling ride we're enjoying tonight, folks. Welcome back as we start the overtime period. And what changes for Kansas. Terry's checked in, and it's Duncan in for Daniels. The Badgers also changing it up. Dawkins checked in for Kaminsky. Walker comes in for Decker, and it's Payton in for Hill. Hawkins passes to Dawkins. Hawkins kicks to Gibson. And he misses the go-ahead basket. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Hawkins with it. He dishes it to Walker. To take the lead, it's off.
Had a foul to give there, but we'd rather not have it cost points.
I agree. I mean, he would have been better off using it on the floor and not on the shot. But the foul had to come either way, so it is what it is.